Since I locked my heart away, Diana asked me to look for the key. Where did my little 2-year-old hide the key? Well, it didn't take much. She just handed it over. She was ready. She was just waiting for this process to come through as I've been prepared for this. It was old-fashioned, little, tarnished golden key, and I, in my mind, in this visual, took a little cloth and cleaned it up. And I was instructed to open up my heart to see what happened to lock it up. There was just a fog, and then I was at peace and calm. There was nothingness, and I couldn't penetrate it. She asked me to use a vacuum to suck up all this fog. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't go anywhere. It went on forever. I was asked, how long do I go to this place? How often do I go to this place? And I pretty much gathered that 99% of the time I would go to this safe, peaceful, calm place, which is really a limbo, not true peace, because I didn't feel anything. It was a numb limbo. I couldn't accept and receive the experiences of things that changed with my dad, and felt as a great rejection of my love and of me as a person, as his little girl. I was asked to get help for my 2-year-old, and so I basically asked Jesus and Anand to come help her, teach her how to receive and how to cope with hurt and pain for the temporary aspect of being a human experience, to be able to receive joy. So as part of being in this nothingness, in this numb limbo, I was disconnected from myself. From another experience, I pretty much stuffed away my spirit around the age of 4, closer to the time when my parents actually divorced. I don't really remember the question, and the notes aren't clear here, of why I started patting myself, fixing and patching stuff and patting my body, and then looking at my body in a 360-degree turn, looking at myself all over to see to visualize myself as whole. I still felt numb, couldn't quite figure out what was going on. I was asked if there was somebody holding me back, if someone was attached to me, keeping me from being whole. There wasn't anybody specific. I just got to a point of that my left eye felt like there was a patch over it, and so I was instructed to take this patch off. Well, when I went to take the patch off, it wasn't really a patch, it was just a hole. There's a hole in my left eye. So I was asked what was missing, and basically because of the eye, the visions of the future with my left eye, so that's the future possibilities of my life as a woman, were missing. It's a universal belief that women are worthless, needing to be corrected, needing to be squashed, beaten into submission, not to speak up or speak out, and not to question the male authority. Diana asked me to take all these beliefs and to put them in a container, put the lid on it, and give it up, give it away. I gave it to Jesus. Another question was asked that I'm not really sure what the question was, but I basically shut down and acquiesce to keep the peace. There's no pain when I acquiesce to keep the peace. It's fine to be lost in this limbo, in this numb limbo, because then nobody can reach me, nobody can see me, nobody pays attention to me to even have an opportunity to try to take advantage of me and hurt me. The cost of doing that was being lost, lots of things being lost, joy, connection, fun, happiness, not being able to come back. I want happiness. I want to give happiness, and I want to receive happiness again, and joy. There was a burden that I was feeling, trying to fix my mother, because she was a recipient of all the abuse from my dad. I couldn't heal her, and she didn't listen to anything that I had to say. There was a point where Diana asked me to ask my dad if he was okay. He had been dead for more than 20 years, a little over 20 years. Actually, February 29th was 20 years this year. asking him if he was okay. And he said he'd been happy for nearly 20 years. I was asked to go back to Jesus and to receive a gift that he wanted to give me. And my little 2-year-old self ran and jumped into his arms and gave him a really big, long hug. And to just be sitting on my bed, visualizing all of this, was amazing. The feelings, indescribable. The joy, true peace that I felt after pushing things away for so long, for protection, knowing that protection is so different than just locking my heart away and not receiving anything. The gift that he gave me is a little gold key. He gave it back to me with a permanent varnish, shiny, golden, perfect, to never, ever be tarnished again. It's the key to success, to life, to happiness, to joy. And it's something that I can share no matter what. And it doesn't even matter if others reject it. It's not a rejection of myself. It's a rejection of the gift, but it doesn't reflect on me. This key can clone itself and is just out there. So when I give it and it's rejected, it just sits and waits. Does whatever it does, until the person is ready to receive it. And it is there. I don't even have to know about it when they accept it. It just is. I was able to also tell my mother I was sorry and to thank her for rejecting my trying to fix her, to save her from her own pain, because it was not my place. And to be able to relate to anybody that I come in contact with and to help them to see the steps to unlocking their heart and receiving the keys to happiness, life, and joy, and abundance. I'm happy. I'm excited. I have been on a spiritual high, especially since Saturday morning. And right now, I am in pain. It was worse this morning, and I went to the chiropractor, got it taken care of, but holy crap, I had something pinched so freaking bad. And again, it's on the left side. It's about my future. All those possibilities, the feminine side, the left side, the feminine side, the future, and just being in my personal power triggers all of this stuff. My body is still resisting. I'm not really sure how to fix it right now beyond the physical part of getting a chiropractic adjustment and trying to keep the muscles relaxed. And gradually through the day, it's not been so bad, but it's like a hook, getting a real particular spot in my shoulder about the clavicle area, but in the back. I'm not exactly sure how to interpret that just yet. I'm gonna rock the world. Me and my 2-year-old self. I was able to actually take her and integrate her back into myself as well after she gained the light and knowledge that she needed to grow up through the pain, cope with pain, to accept it, to know and understand that it's not permanent, it can mend, and I will feel the greatest amount of joy from having the contrast of feeling that pain. And it can last. I choose it to last.